What's up, Taiwan? I'm Liao with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan health authorities are encouraging young people to wash their waistlines. This comes after a new report found that a growing number of young people are being classified as overweight. As Bing Wong reports, a wider waistline could mean a higher risk of developing various diseases.
6 months ago, 30-year-old Mr. Xu weighed over 80 kilograms and had a waist circumference of 91 centimeters. But after an overweight friend died suddenly, Xu began taking his health more seriously. He started exercising and eating healthy, and his waistline shrank to 71 centimeters.
就身旁朋友啦，对啊，就是也是过胖，然后就忽然就这样倒掉，就这样就去了，对啊，所以就是有一点那个危机感。 对啊，想说还瘦下来，对身体的负担比较小。哦，会有差整个精神状态啊，然后体力上也有差，然后看起来人家也说真的年轻很多。
A survey by the Taiwan Health Promotion Administration found that over half the people 19 and older have an excessive waist circumference. That means over 90 centimeters for men and 80 for women. Doctors say an excessive waist circumference means more visceral fat and a higher risk of developing high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, and diabetes.
代谢症候群它可能会增加，比如说6倍的一个糖尿病的一个风险，然后可能会有4倍的高血压风险，然后血脂肪异常也可能会比较高，然后心脏中风的风险也是会增加。所以其实代谢症候群就是比较像是一个红绿灯亮黄灯，然后就是提醒我们该注意。
The Health Promotion Administration is urging more people to eat healthily, exercise, and regularly measure and record their waist circumference. These steps will help people to lower the risk of contracting metabolic diseases. Kama Xu and Bing Wong for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan police have caught the ringleader of a group that posted fake job ads, then kidnapped people who showed up for interviews. But while this group has been busted, similar gangs are coming up with new ways to lure victims. John Van Trieste reports.
Scenes so distressing, the footage has to be blurred. Dozens of people who were held prisoner and tortured. They had been kidnapped by a criminal group and forced to empty their bank accounts. Many were lured in by promises of job interviews, but were then abducted. 58 of the gang's victims are now free, but 3 others are known to have died. So far, 28 suspects are in police custody. Among the latest arrested, this man, one of the ring's alleged leaders, who went on the run, only to be caught in Taiwan's far south.
他可能知道我们早晚会查到他，所以开始就等于是逃亡了，逃亡就跑到南部去嘛。或许他是等风头过后，如果没查到他，他再回来。
While they've largely cracked this criminal group, others like it continue to operate, such as the gang this man allegedly belonged to. Police say he and his accomplices had forcibly held at least 3 people in a hotel room. The authorities say this group would befriend players of online games and arrange to meet up in person, only to kidnap them. There's no sign this group used torture, and the victims were later released, but not before their bank accounts were used for money laundering.
名下银行账户遭网友诈骗，遭银行设定为警示账户。经清查，其银行账户过去1个月不法金流高达新台币近2000万。
Police have ramped up efforts to combat criminal rings such as these. In Taipei, they've conducted searches of hotels and other lodgings where victims of extortion gangs might be held. On a national level, authorities are working to take down fake online ads that promise high-paying jobs. Police say they're not just targeting low-level gang members. They're also going after the masterminds behind such groups, with the aim of breaking up these criminal rings permanently. Patrick Chen and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
In October, the price of everyday products like eggs, cooking oil, and bread rose nearly 7% from the same time last year. That's according to Taiwan's main statistics bureau. It's the biggest price hike for such items in almost 14 years. The statistics agency says food prices have gone up again because animal feed is still expensive worldwide. Also, Taiwan's currency is weakening, making it more costly to purchase goods from overseas. Overall, consumer goods prices in October rose by about 2.7% from the same month last year. It was the 15th straight month above the central bank's target inflation rate of 2%. Taiwanese environmental groups are calling on the government to cut carbon emissions much faster than planned. Right now, Taiwan aims to slash emissions by 20% by 2030. But campaigners say that's much less ambitious than other countries where the goal is to cut 40%. Environmental groups in Taiwan are using the COP27 climate conference in Egypt to push for drastic action. They say that Taiwan's government is moving too slowly to reach net zero emissions by 2050.
而如果我们把减量责任全部都是推到2030年之后的话，那就代表说我们政府没有要负起在气候政策上面的政治责任。
Taiwan health authorities say COVID patients who break quarantine to vote in the upcoming local elections will be fined. Under Taiwan law, confirmed COVID patients must self-isolate and aren't allowed to go outside, even to cast ballots. Violators could be fined up to $62,000. But the country's pandemic response task force has recently cut mandatory quarantine from 7 days to 5, meaning fewer people should be affected during the November 26th elections. Taiwan has launched its first ever two-stage hybrid rocket. It's a significant step as the country inches closer to achieving its space ambitions. Ryan Hill-Kilpatrick reports.
Liftoff for the first hybrid rocket launched by a Taiwanese academic institution. The test flight in Taiwan's southernmost Pingdong County saw the two-stage rocket shoot into the sky with a 1,500-kilogram force thrust. 13 seconds later, a second 300-kilogram force booster kicked in during the separation phase. Developed by researchers at Tainan's National Chung Kung University, the over 6-meter-long rocket is a first for Taiwan.
高度应该没有到预期的高度，空中跌落时比一般的困难很多，因为它不像在地面可以抓住火箭的姿态，也不容易保持。真的要发展更大的火箭，那一定是多节的。
Two-stage rockets like this are nothing new, but they are an important step as Taiwan seeks to develop its space technology. As the sector grows, the government also hopes to have its own purpose-built launch site.
国家发射场域这个选址跟相关的这个规划的前置作业，目前已经在积极展开当中。
Taiwan's National Space Agency is aiming to launch the first rocket entirely designed and built domestically by 2026. Advances like this help bring that lofty target within range. Alex Chen and Ryan Hill-Kilpatrick for TaiwanPlus.
A Taipei theater troupe is back with their new season. But instead of just restaging familiar pieces, they're offering audiences a hybrid from both the East and the West. Eric Gao has more.
East meets West on the stage. The Taipei Lirian Peking Opera Theater are relaunching one of their most popular shows. This production is of The Magic Flute, inspired by Mozart's iconic work. The show originally debuted last year to critical acclaim. The production has now been upgraded to showcase both classical Western and Chinese influences at the same time. The modern set design is also a new take on Beijing opera.
耳熟，又有新鲜感，视觉上呢，又热闹又有趣。
The Magic Flute won't be the only work taking to the stage. The theater will also be showcasing classical Chinese love story, The Palace of Eternal Life. Director Li Baocun believes the two operas complement each other extremely well.
一个谈情说爱，一个生死离别，确实有的看。
By combining Eastern and Western influences, Li hopes he'll be able to reach new audiences and break new ground with these classic works. Kama Xu, Irene Wu, and Eric Gao for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan had a good view of the last total lunar eclipse of the year. The moon took on a reddish tinge on Tuesday night as Earth blocked sunlight from hitting its surface, becoming what's known as a blood moon. In Taiwan, the eclipse also briefly blocked the view of the planet Uranus as the planet was aligned with the Earth, Moon, and Sun. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. I'm Leslie Liao. Take care and see you next time.